Hey guys, so it's the first month of the new year and the stock market is currently an absolute mess. But today I'm going to actually show you guys the changes that has occurred to my portfolio, the profits, the losses, how much dividends I'm getting paid at the moment, and the changes that I plan on making in the near future. So currently my portfolio is actually down, and even the most treasured S&P 500 is currently down as well this week. So January is actually coming to an end, but this week seems to have been the hardest week for the stock market. So we can see that so far this year, of course, in the past year of my portfolio, it's actually been going well, and in the past 3 months it's also okay. You can see the general trend of it going upwards, but in the past month now it's been a bit shaky. So earlier this month I was on £522 in return at 11.64%, but looking at today now I'm on £452, and bearing in mind I've actually invested even more money, so technically my whole portfolio has just gone downwards. It's almost shifted by like £200. It's recovered a little bit, so the past week we can see it's still going down slightly, and the biggest hit was on the 21st of January when I went down to £4,951, but it's slightly recovered in the past few days. And today the stock market isn't actually opened yet, but the portfolio is doing pretty well. So as you guys can see, I'm currently on £5,082, and I do have a total of £5,230 to invest in my whole portfolio. So some of you guys may not or may have heard of several investors or YouTubers selling their whole portfolio, especially the YouTuber known as Meet Kevin. He sold his entire portfolio to make sure that he's able to capitalize on the lower cap stocks, which are going to get beat down by the stock market crash at the moment. That way he can capitalize on the return that he's going to gain from that. Of course, that's his belief, and if this actually works, then his return is going to be incredible. Of course, that's if it works. For me, however, I do not see a point in me selling anything at this moment. I actually see this as an opportunity, almost as a discount for me to buy more stocks, because my portfolio isn't massive. There's only so much I can gain anyway, but I am trying to make sure I capitalize on this mini stock market crash at the moment, because taking a look at AbbVie, for example, back in March when the March stock market crash happened, it went down significantly. So it actually went all the way down to around $88. We can see that now it's actually trading for $134, so it's almost doubled in a way. So if I actually had enough money back then and I capitalized on this, then I would have made a lot more money. But of course I didn't invest a single penny, I think, in March, because I was shocked by the crash. I was still learning. I didn't want to be in one of those situations where it's dipping and it continues dipping when I decide to buy in. But this one I'm pretty confident about. It's going to recover as always. So currently I have actually added more money into the portfolio to make sure I'm able to invest. So I actually have £147 to invest into any companies, and at the moment I have a total of 25 companies that I'm invested in. Rota Income being the highest, then we have Coca-Cola, AbbVie, Intel, and Johnson & Johnson, 3M as well. And when looking at the lowest, I do have UGI, DTE, Franklin Resources. I'm not exactly sure of what I'm going to invest in yet. It might be one of the lower ones, or actually I could invest into the dividends ETF that I'm actually holding, just to, I guess, make my portfolio a lot more safe. But it is pretty safe as it is anyway, because I'm invested into solid companies. I'm not really taking much risk, maybe a tiny bit, but not that much where anything can go wrong. The problem at the moment is there just isn't enough money to go around, because all of these companies have been handpicked specifically. I've done a lot of research into every single one, and there are companies that I believe in for the next 5 years at least minimum, and I would like to invest into every single one of them. But there's just still favorites of mine. Rota Income pays monthly, it pays well, and has a good dividend yield, so I continue to invest into Rota Income. Coke is one that I actually enjoy investing into as well. But the UGIs, the DTE, these are also slightly more expensive to invest into, because I've tried to refrain from buying 0.1 shares or 0.7 shares. I've tried to buy just a whole share at a time whenever I invest into any company. So this obviously means that I need to have sometimes $150 laying around to invest into some companies, but they are looking relatively stable. 25 is a good amount at the moment. I don't think I'm going to sell any more. I don't want to get over 30, because then that's going to be a lot to keep track of. But now taking a look at the dividend payments that have been paid this month of January, I have been paid not too much. January is definitely one of the struggle months for sure. Q4 is usually wonderful. The amount of sales you make in businesses and the stock market, everything, it does really well in Q4. But Q1 is definitely a struggle month. That's what it appears to be. In the month of January, I have been paid a total of 9 times compared to other months when I get paid like 13 times, 14 times. But the payments still aren't bad. They're still all getting close to £1. I really want every single company to be paying me £1 minimum. I'm going to get there shortly. I just need to increase the amount of money I am investing. I have actually actually increase the money I'm earning, but now I need to decide if I want to put that into my dividends portfolio or my growth portfolio. I'm most likely going to put this money into my growth portfolio because I do have the S&P 500 in that portfolio, and I want to actually focus on the S&P 500. To quickly show you guys how this portfolio is performing, it is kind of struggling. You know, again, the crash happened and I have growth stocks here and they're a lot more risky, so I'm actually on a negative, but this would definitely fix itself. But looking at the S&P 500, it's actually down as well. So in the past month, it's dropped by 9%, but slightly recovered. So I do plan on investing a lot more into the S&P 500 just because it's a lot safer. It's doing really well compared to like Fiverr right now, which I'm down by 59% on, which is incredible. And I have, you know, Block, which is also down by 51%. PayPal is down by 38%. So these are not looking too good, but I do have my dividends portfolio, which is doing a lot better. It's a lot safer and it's doing what it's meant to do. But today I was paid by Cisco Systems. I was paid 94 pence in dividends, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to it. It's 15% tax on that. And I was paid by DTE on the 19th. They paid me 83 pence. Pemba paid me 72 pence as well. Leg paid me £1.57. Roll to Income is now paying me 92 pence in total, so that's really good. I'm trying to get that to £1. And the future I've seen for Roll to Income is if I invest a lot more, I believe when I start getting to like 10k range or something, I actually start getting a decent hefty, you know, dividends from them. It will probably get to like the 20-30 pounds or even higher. I haven't really done the maths, but this is going to pay bills. This is going to pay for things. It's actually a lot more substantial, so I'm going to get there really soon. Franklin Resources paid me 91 pence as well on the 17th, and I had Omni Group pay me £1.32. Kimberly Clark paid me £1.63, and lastly we have UGI that paid me 66 pence. Of course, I need to invest a lot more into UGI because it's on the lower side in terms of my whole dividends portfolio. That's all I've been paid so far. I'm looking to invest a lot more, but you guys let me know down in the description exactly how much you're getting paid in dividends right now every single month, and what companies actually paying you the most amount of dividends in your entire portfolio. I'll be interested to just see what you guys are actually invested into. For me at the moment, my average dividends earning is £13.93, pushing that now to £14 very soon. After I invest the £147 that I have laying around, that should get to £14, and £14 is looking very sweet, very good. And guys, trust me, you want to get this app. This is no promotion whatsoever, but I'm telling you, it really helps. Right now you can see that Chevron's earnings is tomorrow. It's actually telling me exactly when the earnings going to come out, and what usually happens is a day before the earnings come out, or on the day, that is when their share price increases or decreases, because people find out they've earned this amount of money or they've lost this amount of money in that quarter. And what this app also does is give you a prediction, and most of the time they're not actually off. And right now the app is saying that Chevron's earnings is going to be lower than what it actually was last quarter, so this might mean that they might lose some money, or it might mean they'll gain some money. But looking at, you know, the other earnings I've got informed me that about Intel's earnings. Intel went up by 21%, so this might be more opportunities for people to invest into Intel. And just taking a look at Intel, we can see that in the past week they have actually dipped in the past week. Of course, that's because of the stock market crash, so it's not like it's exactly proportionate. Just because their earnings went up doesn't mean everyone's going to suddenly flock to, you know, Intel. Of course, you have to do more research, more things behind it, find out what's happened with the company, but it's definitely a guidance on what to do some research into. It saves me a lot of time having to just go into general news and find out what's happening. I can easily focus on one company and it tells me every single thing I need to know. So for those interested, this app is known as Stock Events. Do check it out in the description. I'm only letting you guys know because I actually believe in a company. Like, it's an app I actually use myself, and I do think it will be good for you guys. It's free to use, so just go ahead and download that, link it to your dividends portfolio and stuff, so that way you can start finding out more information about the stocks you invested into. But now in the future, I'm definitely looking to expand a lot more into this dividends portfolio. I've taken a look at what the potential growth can be. After doing the compound interest calculations, all I need to do is just be consistent, and this portfolio in the next 10 years is going to be massive. You guys do stay tuned for that. I know 10 years is a long way, but whoever's going to be there at that point, you're going to see the massive things that's going to be happening. So that's all for today. Do let me know again what companies you guys are invested in. I'll be interested to do more research and find out other companies out there that might be better than the companies I'm invested in at the moment. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here today, and I'll see you guys in the next one.